Thank you very much, Max. How are you doing tonight? Same one as the default. I told you. You guys are the ones who don't believe me. Tarot cards can definitely predict the future, guys. It's definitely possible. I went into urgent care. They said they didn't have the instruments, etc. I'd have to go to the ER, but it seems to be improving slightly. LOL. Okay. Yeah, I like I told you, like I think it's gonna be one of those things where I think you're just gonna eventually like figure it out on your own. Seems such a benign thing to go to the ER over. I don't know. I got to travel in 3 days. Now, I understand. The other day, I remember I was like cleaning my ears with, like those Q-tips. I know you're not supposed to clean your ears with those things, but I still do anyway. And the cotton part got stuck inside my ear, like it just came off. And I remember I had to go to the ER so they can take that little cotton piece out of my ear. So definitely. Hi, so we got a payment from Thelma McDonald. Hi, Thelma McDonald. And hi, Allie. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for getting a Cash App. My Cash App information, if you want to know my username for Cash App, it's $Mermaid Oracle 1. If you want just a direct link to it, you could just go down below on the description, and then you could just get the link, and that will be great. Okay. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get some water because I just came back. I got a little stuck in traffic, so let me just go ahead and grab some water, guys, so I'm not like dying and here with my cotton mouth and reading for you guys. So let me go ahead and get some water. I'll be back. First reading was for Thelma Lewis, and then Allie, if you're going to go ahead and submit a payment, and of course Max, if you want to submit a payment. But I'll be back. Let me go ahead and just get some water. I know I'm already extremely late, but I will be back. Oh, all right. Taco, you sent a payment like an hour ago. I'm sorry. I need to figure out how to activate these notifications from PayPal. I think it's PayPal and Venmo that I don't get the notifications from still, only Cash App. So I have to like constantly be coming into the app unless I just don't know. All right, well, since I already told Miss, um, I know Mercury retrograde, right? But no, I've been having this issue since like before Mercury retrograde, but maybe because of Mercury retrograde, it's time for me to work on those notifications since I've been pushing that off. Okay, so let's go ahead and see first with Thelma, and then I will go with you, Max, if that's okay with you. So Thelma, what is your question for me tonight? I believe we have one question, right? All right, so Thelma, if you are here, please submit your question here in the comments, please. If not, we're just going to go ahead and proceed with the next person. All right, so Thelma, what is your relationship status? Are you single? Are you currently talking to someone, but it's not serious? What is your relationship status? I don't understand what you mean, Thelma. So what is your relationship status? Are you single? Are you taken? Okay, so you're single, but you have your eye on someone. All right, so I'll keep that in mind. And also, Thelma, can you let me know what is your zodiac sign, please? Okay, Thelma, but what is your zodiac sign? All right, so in the bottom of the deck as the overall theme, we do have the Eight of Cups. And then for your spread, we do have right here the Hanged Man, Queen of Cups in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so I do see you in a committed relationship. I do. If you don't see yourself in a committed relationship by the end of the year, it might be like around the beginning of next year. Okay? So very, very close. The thing is that I feel like for the person that you actually like, there could be some communication there that could be done, or someone here is going to end up walking away because people might be too protective over their emotions. But I do see someone here is still doing a lot of healing. So I do see that still. I still see that here. So I don't know if that's you, if that's the other person, or both of you. But point is that I am seeing healing. And that's soon going to be very over for whoever is doing that healing. So, I mean, if you want to go ahead and take that chance, go ahead. If you're not that person that's going through that breakup blues, then it's basically telling me that he's going through that breakup blues, but he's almost over that, or he's at the final stages of that. And before you know it, he will be more than ready. But if that's you, then it's telling me that you might be at the final stages of healing from a past relationship or a past tragedy, or maybe something that happened, and you're going to be more than ready to be with someone. But I'm seeing people here being protective of their emotions. So Thelma, to answer your question, yes, I do see you in a relationship. I can't really tell you for sure if it's going to be with this person or not, because I feel like it really all depends on how you're going to take it, how you guys are going to approach the whole situation, And besides, like, towards the end of the year, beginning of next year, perfect, we're going to be done with Mercury retrograde towards the half of December, so that will be gone. So yeah, do you have any other questions for me, Thelma? All right, Thelma, thank you so much for coming in. Don't forget to like the live stream, and I hope to see you again very soon. All right, so Max, whenever you're ready, go ahead and submit your question. You better. You're gonna smoke with me and we're gonna read your cards. So you basically want to know, since you basically booked it for a week, but it's available through March, but you want to know, like, are you going to like it enough for you to want to book it through all the way through March? Is that your question? Okay, that, and would it be also a good decision on your part? Would it be a positive decision? Okay, awesome. Actually, for you, I'm going to use the Tiny Tarot. All right. Because it's really that tiny. It's my little portable tarot deck that I like to take when I'm traveling and I have a feeling that someone's going to call me for a personal reading. I take this deck, or when I'm out with friends or when I'm out with family. It always happens. Even during the holidays, I'll get that one person who will still call me. And it's which is kind of sad because my family already got kind of used to it. Me getting a phone call, getting a tarot reading, a request to do a tarot reading during Christmas, during Thanksgiving. It always happens, and I feel bad for my family. But if I'm out, if I'm traveling, if I'm hanging out with friends, I'll take this, and then once I get that call, then I'll just run to my car and do the reading. So this is my portable deck. Looks like you could wear it in a locket. Well, it's a keychain, so you can really put it with your keys. But I kind of fear that, you know, with the clip, that it will just like fall out, and then they're so tiny, and then I wear nails, so it's not going to be easy for me to pick them up, and I'm just worried about damaging them, you know. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see if this is a positive decision. First card, and second card, third card, fourth card, fifth card, and then one more card. Okay. All right, so, and then in the bottom of the deck, as the overall theme, it's going to be the devil. Okay. So as your overall theme, we have the devil. Interesting. I'm guessing that's a good sign. I'm guessing that's a good thing. Or it could be a really bad thing, where you might feel like once you get there and you're there for a whole week, oops, let me get one extra card actually. It could either be a really good thing, meaning that you're going to really like it so much that you don't want to leave. You probably wouldn't want to live there. Or it could be a thing where, Nine of Cups, possibly. So Nine of Cups, Six of Cups in reverse. But then we have Knight of Swords, Page of Wands in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse, and Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah. And then I wanted to pull an extra card just to double check that, and I got the Two of Wands. Yeah, I think you're going to like this place. You're probably going to see this place as a future thing. So yeah, I think you're going to like it. And with that Nine of Cups as well, like I said, I think you're going to like it so much that you're going to see this as a place where you're going to want to visit. With the Six of Cups in reverse, crowning the reading, I kind of took that as almost like, again, you're not going to want to part ways, almost like you're going to want to live there. Is that how you feel about the place already? Is that what you're saying? Because I know you did say that, you know, it has a huge fenced in yard with trees, and it's so cheap and it's great. Yeah, like I feel like you're gonna really like it, and then once you're there, you're gonna really. But the challenge is Three of Swords in reverse. For some reason, I feel like with the Three of Swords in reverse, either there's gonna be this feeling, I don't know if it's just a Taurus thing or whatever, but with that Three of Swords in reverse, almost kind of like this, like bother or some feeling of like, how come I didn't find this place sooner, for starters, and then second of all, yeah, it's a place that you would have totally seen yourself in if you would have owned it. Yeah. Yeah, so I wouldn't doubt it if you're going to want to rent it like a little bit long term or just longer than March, or that's going to be just something you would want to do. But yes, I do think that you're going to like it, and I think once you show up, you're just not going to want to part ways with it. So yeah, that's what the Tiny Tarot has to say for you. Any other questions for me, Max? Will I cough this out before or after we leave? Well, what did I say the last time? Did I give you a time frame already of when this is going to happen? I'm pretty sure we answered all these questions, right? Or did we not? So you don't want to go to the ER because you feel like the medical system in Florida sucks? Is that what you're saying? All right, so I'm guessing as your question, you just basically want to know if this situation will be resolved and will be out of your body by before you leave. Okay, let's go ahead and see again with the tiny tarot. All right, just having nails and shuffling the tiny tarot is a mission. It's definitely a mission. Let's go ahead and pick out these cards. So let's go ahead and see if this will be coughed out before you leave your current place. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out 6 cards again. Interesting. Ah, crap. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then let's see. Your overall theme is gonna be strength. Sorry, the yellow is being washed out because of the green screen because they're really close to, or it's basically one of the colors that make up the secondary color, right? Because green is the secondary color. Goodness gracious, I've been stuttering like crazy the entire month. of November and so far in December. All right. So we have strength, right, as what's in the bottom of the deck. And then we have right here 6 of Cups. And we also have 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 7 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups, and also 4 of Cups. Okay. I do think this whole situation will be resolved because I see a lot of cups. It kind of reminds me of the joke that I made. Remember that joke that I made? Because I see a lot of cups. I feel like it's going to be one of those things where I feel like you're going to resolve it by having a few too many. Probably with, you know, your soulmate right there that you have right there. Literally almost all your cards are cups. You only have 2 wands, and wands are about impulsive decisions too. We have that 8 of wands, impulsive decisions. Maybe even with the 5 of wands, maybe what will ultimately end up motivating you to do this, it's possibly like an argument. You might get into an argument or into a fight, or might have a tense moment, and that's just what's possibly going to end up motivating you to have your little moments, because you're going to be bored, dissatisfied, and then boom, 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 have a little too many. You know what? It's weird because I was going to go with wifey to a German restaurant and drink tons of beer, which I don't normally do. Yeah. And it's so funny because I said it as a joke, and now that I'm seeing the cups thing, that was like the first thing it triggered my brain, which I was just like, oh, I remember that joke I made about, why don't you just drink it off, and blah. And, yeah, just mix it. I know that will just increase your chances of vomiting. So, especially if you have a high tolerance, I don't know what your tolerance is. Mix it up. I don't know. Or if you're going to a German place, I don't know if there is such a thing as German wine or wine at a German place. I don't know. I could be wrong. Alrighty, well, sounds like it's not an ER visit. High tolerance to all substances. Wow, look at you. Look at you. Wow. Wow. Alrighty, so Deborah Johnson, I got your payment. I will be with you in just a second. I still have a couple more questions for Max Taco Fillings right here. And was fine, didn't vomit or nada. Okay, well, mix it up. Figure it out. Drink on an empty stomach if you have to. Do what you need to do to make it, just to get there faster. Hi, Han. During my live streams, we use names, okay? If you want your information, private, we can always do a private reading. Okay? Just letting you know, but we all share our names here. Okay? I just don't want to treat somebody differently here and, make everyone feel like I'm giving somebody else special treatment. I understand, but we're all using everyone's own name. Max Taco Fillings is here. I was just talking to Thelma earlier. We all use our names. But I mean, I don't want anyone here to feel like I'm giving somebody else special treatment, so I'm going to call everybody by their first name. So, but if you want to keep your information private, you are more than welcome to get a private reading on my website, okay? Taco it to the max. All right, so I digress. Let's go ahead and see. So, will your stuff succeed in February? Your finances, goodness gracious, the stuttering is going to drive me nuts tonight. I already know. So we're going to use for this question, because I don't want to struggle with that tiny tarot. I need to do something about it. I'm going to have to get one of those like shuffling things. The Influence of the Angels Tarot for you. Okay. You like the angel deck? I do too. I guess I like angel imagery. I'm not really into angels all that much, but I really do like the imagery, especially like, Baroque period paintings. I'm very fascinated by them and all that stuff. I really like them. Maybe also because I was like raised in a Catholic, with a Catholic upbringing, even though I don't consider myself Catholic and haven't considered myself Catholic in a really long time. I do still admire the music. I still do admire the architecture. I still do admire the, the Catholic artwork, especially the Catholic Baroque artwork. It's just great. It's amazing. I love it. And, maybe that's why I like this deck. Catholic upbringing and rebellion. Right. Well, I figured if you're from the South and you're from more like Eastern South, like Louisiana and stuff. I talk to a lot of people in Louisiana. I have a lot of clients from there. One of my disciples that lives in close by to New Orleans, who is going to soon enough be a moderator here and on TikTok. Once I figure all that stuff out, Catholic upbringing, and I guess it's kind of like a thing right east us in the Southeast. Your family's from New York? Oh, I see. Okay. You are just the only one from Florida. Well, I mean, the card that just flew out, we have the 10 of Cups in reverse, Max. Let's see what's in the bottom. The Lovers, E. Okay. Okay. So I don't want to blame one person for these problems, but it seems like two people here have some financial things. Two people, see, two people here who are responsible for not having those financial plans to succeed, and with the Ten of Cups in reverse. I feel like it's gonna be a thing where, you might have to even lie to certain people around you that things are okay when things are not okay as far as, financial sector goes. But it takes two to tango, it takes and it's gonna say, and this tells me right here, two people to blame. Two people to blame for this, okay? Two people to blame for this because and the reason why they're bringing this up too is because there's going to be fights about this. There's going to be arguments about this. But I do think that you're going to end up, I feel like you're going to put your big boy pants, Max, especially with this Two of Pentacles in reverse, and you're going to try to figure something out. I feel like you're going to really try to figure something out. The only thing is that what? That is the question. What? But I feel like you're going to probably make some phone calls. You're probably going to reach out to people, talk to people, see what you can do. But yes, I feel like you're going to try to do something about it. Okay. Alrighty. So, next question, Max. All right, as far as January, does your surgery follow through for you. I got a definite yes. I got a definite yes. I see it working out for you. Okay? I do see good results. Okay? A good outcome. Good? Any other questions for me, Max? You're very welcome, Max. Alrighty, Max. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like the live stream, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, next we have Ali Ma Perez. Ali, I've been waiting for a reading. We finally get to talk. Let's see what's going on with you. Okay, honey, those are two different questions. His feelings towards you and a future reading. You want to know if you guys will get back together. Unless you submit an extra donation, we can answer both questions. That's no problem. You know, but you submitted a payment for one. So if you want to just keep just one question, let me know which one did you want me to answer. Do you want to know his feelings right now, his current feelings for you, or do you want to know a future reading? Do you want to know if you guys will ultimately get back together? All right, Allie, we're going to go ahead and use the Fountain Tarot. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start for the feelings first. Let's go ahead and ask that one first because I think that would be just appropriate. And then from there, we'll go ahead and do the future reading. How does that sound? All right, so we have, so the thing about the Fountain Tarot is that it does include one more tarot card, and it's called the Fountain. One card flew out while I was shuffling, and funny enough, it's actually the Fountain that flew out. Okay, so from what the cards are telling me right here, As far as the Three of Pentacles is right here on the bottom of the deck. Well, for some, I answered the other question to see if he will come back or if you guys will get back together into a relationship. Sorry, I answered that one first. I don't think so. I don't think he's going to come back. Okay, he's in Aries. And then okay, so you're a Gemini, he's a Leo. Okay, so he's an Aries, not a Leo. Okay, so basically from what the cards are telling me right here is that I don't think he's going to come back. I don't think he's going to come back, but as far as his feelings for you, I do see that he's confused. I do see that he's quite confused. As a matter of fact, and in the bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Wands. So either there was arguments or there was this thing about standing up for oneself or what one believed in. I don't know if there was a lot of arguments, just a lot of fights, or there was just this need for him to stand up for himself. Or just he just felt that way about you, that maybe you just always maybe he got the impression that you always had this need to take an active approach to defend a point of view or to prove a point, right? And I mean, essentially, I mean, I am asking the cards, you know, deep inside, whether he knows it or not. Does he love you? And the cards are telling me, well, yeah, essentially, yes, especially because I do have the Emperor. Essentially, yes. Does he know it? No. It seems like he's confused. He's telling himself he's confused because he's looking at fights or moments where there was tension between the two of you. But essentially, I mean, yeah, I mean, he doesn't know it. And the thing is that I feel like during that time when you were in a relationship with him, there was just a lot of emotions. You were going through a lot of emotions. I don't know if it's because he just drove you nuts or you just happened to go through a lot of stuff during that time when you were involved with him or in a relationship with him. Because sometimes, you know, life can just bring us lemons, you know. This is telling me that, you know, this is also calling you to connect with your intuition. This is also a time for you to connect with yourself. Yeah, there was a lot of arguing. I do see that. And I do see him thinking about that a lot and telling himself, I don't know how I feel about her. You know, I just see him thinking that way. I don't know how I feel about her. You know, there was just a lot of fights, a lot of arguments. And I can only imagine you being a Gemini, him being an Aries, there's going to be lots of fights. And I do see that during that time, I do see that, you know, you did feel, I do see a lot of emotional imbalance for you, but like I said, I don't know if it's because he just drove you crazy or if it's that in combination with just a lot of life stuff that was happening during that time when you were involved with him. Okay, he gives you mixed feelings. He flirts. Okay, like he flirts with other people, you mean? Is that what you're talking about? Like he flirts with other people? Or like he gives you like hot and cold vibes where he like flirts with you and then he's like cold. What do you mean exactly? With you? Okay. But yes, I mean, to answer your question with the emperor, yeah, I mean, I think essentially if things were great with the both of you, I could have, if the best case scenario, I could have seen him become a provider for you, even if he's not someone who is established right now. I do see that in his future that he would be someone that would be established if he's not established already. And I do see that if things would have worked out between the two of you, had it, the arguments have been there, and that being his motivator to not come back, he would have totally been that kind of person for you. You know, um, he asked for a child, but always try to take the co-parenting to another level. Yeah. Okay, so you guys do have a child. So okay, so best case scenario, like I said, like I think he would have totally been that person to have taken care of you. I think he would have wanted that, but I think, things happened between you two. So, but do I think you guys will get back together into a relationship? I don't think so. Will you guys still try to give it another try? Yeah, I do think that you guys will still try to give it some other attempt, but I do feel like the next time around, like you're just not going to trust it. We have Queen of Swords. You're just not going to trust it. You're going to have your guard up, you know, and so be aware of that. Be aware of that. As far as for him, though, I do feel like he's not going to communicate. I feel like that's what you guys are going to both take for granted. I think you're going to take the opportunity for granted because you're just not gonna feel okay to open up. And then as far as for him, I don't think he's got, goodness, this Mercury retrograde, I don't think he's going to communicate, and I think you guys are both going to take each other for granted in that sense, in your own little ways. But I see that happening. Yeah, you're on point. My feelings definitely changed towards him. Yeah. So, and besides, like I said, I feel like even if hypothetically speaking he did, like I just think and I do feel like you guys will still try to give it a try, but ultimately would it work out? I don't think so. I feel like, yeah, that the opportunity will arise, but ultimately will you guys get back together? Will you guys stay together? I don't think so. Okay. Just to clarify that. Okay, so Allie, do you have any other questions for me tonight before I proceed with the next person here? Do you have any other questions for me? Well, there you go. You finally got your reading from me. And it was nice working with you, Allie. Don't forget to like the live stream and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see who is next. All right, Julie. Hi, Julie. How are you doing? I saw your payment earlier, Julie. I was just seeing if there was anybody else who submitted a payment right before you. So, how you doing tonight? Better. That's good. That's always good. Better and better. How are you? Well, good. Good. Came late to the live stream, but figured, people were still going to be here anyway if they had questions. But yeah, doing well. Doing well. Here with the baby. Other than that, what are your questions for me tonight? He's so bad. I woke him up. Well, I do well if I try to get another job in the food and beverage industry this month. I'm trying to get a second job to transition into something more upbeat and let my personality flow. So we're going to go ahead and use for that the Golden Tarot. I guess my question for you, Julie, do you have a specific job in mind that you're thinking about applying to, or did you already apply to a specific job, or what's going on? Because we can ask about like maybe a particular job that you already applied to, if you applied to multiple jobs in the food and beverage industry, or if this is going to be a thing where you're planning to, or do you have like a particular place in mind? You don't have to say the place. I'm just saying, do you have a particular place in mind, or you applied to multiple places within the industry that you're thinking about? What is the deal? Do you have a particular place that you're thinking about applying to? Like, did you see like a certain place that's hiring in that industry, or no, not yet? It's just you just want to do that industry. That's what you're thinking about, right? All right. So let's go ahead and see. I was thinking about Dutch Bros since they open a few around here. Want to challenge my customer service skills, but anything really, right? I know they are opening everywhere. I've kind of noticed that. I guess it's a new thing. So we have in the bottom of the deck the world card. It does tell me that nevertheless, I do see you leaving the industry that you're currently in, because the world card is like you're ready to finish that chapter. You're ready to close that chapter. But to answer your question, well, it's really up to you. The cards are really telling me that's really up to you. You might end up thinking about this industry and one other industry as well. So I do see that there's going to be possibly another industry that you're possibly going to be thinking about, other than, of course, food and doing that kind of stuff. So, but I do see that you're going to, that about you leaving your current industry, I do see you doing that. Period. But yeah, as far as like doing coffee, they're saying it's really up to you, but you might want to reconsider, because it is telling me you might think about one other industry, and you might be thinking about what to do between food, restaurant work, or coffee, whatever, something else. I mean, it's not really saying necessarily would you do well regardless. It's saying that regardless, you're gonna leave your current industry. That's what I'm saying. Whatever your current industry is, whatever you're doing right now for work, regardless, you're gonna end up leaving it because I'm saying that you're closing that chapter. Whether it's gonna be a better thing or not, well, it depends what you're choosing. That wasn't really mentioned in the cards, um, which of the two is going to be better or anything like that. But it is telling me here that it's really up to you as far as like, choosing the coffee thing. And the reason why they said that is because you're going to be choosing between that industry and one other industry. So it's basically, it was just giving us a future read. It wasn't really telling us, any advice or anything like that. We can if you want, though. It's up to you. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing that and I do see you closing that chapter. Like, I don't see you working in that industry regardless, like, I don't see you like moving just companies, same industry. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing you closing that chapter entirely. But I see you like then in the future, just like this or that, you know, and I'm seeing that happening. Okay. It's okay. I want to ask for some financial advice now. Okay, okay, okay. What kind of advice are we looking for? Specify for me. No, I see you closing the chapter entirely. No, I'm seeing you leaving the industry. So this could be a thing where you're going to choose either restaurant work or another industry, or it could be like two different jobs, maybe. But I kind of felt more like two different industries. Um, but yeah.
Well, I mean, with something like that, the common answer I would obviously give you would be like, just pay your debt, right? So how about if we ask better, like a time frame of when you feel like you're going to be able to pay off all your credit and see your credit score improve? You want to ask that instead? Because you're obviously, the answer would be pay your debt, right? It's not going to disappear. Right? So, and obviously it would be a good idea because, it impacts your credit score. And credit score is everything here. So, just being like practical. So how about instead, if you want to ask, like maybe time frame wise, when you see you finally resolving all of that and having that all paid out and seeing your credit score improve, when do we see that happening? Like where you finally have all that taken care of? You want to ask that instead? All right, so in the bottom of the deck, you do have the Ten of Cups. That's awesome. All right, and then for your spread, we have Four of Wands in reverse, Ace of Coins or Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Page of Coins in reverse, Two of Coins, and Justice in reverse. So I feel like sometimes sometimes life can get in the way. Sometimes emergencies happen. Sometimes family things happen. Sometimes
relationship things happen, personal things happen, emergencies happen. And I see that there was a combination of that, as well as, of course, personal indulgences. But it is telling me here that, yes, your challenge is finding something new, a new job, with that Ace of Pentacles. The thing is that I struggle to believe that you might accomplish what you want to accomplish here. And I feel like you're not going to want to take full accountability on this. And instead, you're going to want to blame the universe. You're going to want to blame everything else. And but the thing is, with the Ten of Cups, I don't think this is going to mess with your sense of happiness. I think you're going to try. You're going to try to keep yourself busy. Why it seems like we might have a hard time trying to accomplish the situation. I mean, I don't think it's the finances. I think it's really just doing the do, paying the dough, so I think that as far as financially, you will be doing fine. And I do see that you're going to be preoccupied. You have Ace of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles here. So that's great. I do think you're going to find something else. And I do see that you're going to be quite busy. So I don't see that being the issue. So the issue is King of Wands. Paying the dough. Okay. It's just about you just paying it. Okay. And I'm seeing here that there might be, it's just the idea that I don't know if you're just not doing it. I mean, it is the King of Wands. So yeah, it's the idea of you just not doing it. And I see that being the ultimate issue, or the ultimate reason as to, why there might be that possibility where we might not accomplish this little goal of yours. And it is 50-50 here. It's giving me a 50-50 here. So yes. I do see, like I said, it's a goal of yours. It's something you've thought about from time to time, at least. And from what I'm seeing here in the cards, and but I feel like once you switch jobs and you tell yourself, okay, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to focus on, I don't see the issue being the fact that, just not having enough money for it or to pay it off, pay off your dues. It's just really handing out the dough, because King of Wands is about action. It's just about doing it. I don't think you're going to have a particular reason for it. I think it's just not doing it. Because I don't see the lack of money being the reason. As a matter of fact, I do see you finding something else and being busy. So I think it's just about doing it. Making sure once you have the money in your hands, okay, pay it off. Once you have the money in your hands, okay, pay it off. Before you think about it, you get the money and be like, well, you know what, let me just see if I can use it for this and that, and then I'll worry about paying my debt a little later, and then keep pulling it off and off and off, Sounds like I have it. That's what I was, and the way like it felt for me, it felt like, it sounds like I have it, felt like I have it.
And I was going to say that's probably why we got here in the first place, and you said it too. But it's okay. We all do it in some way. That's why after I paid off my last credit card, I never got a credit card ever again. Never. I spend my money. So. Oh my God, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it sucks. And sometimes I'm tempted to sign up for one. But, then I think about how happy I am and how well I can sleep at night. So it's all good. All right. Well, you're welcome, Julie. Thank you so much for coming in and choosing me to help you with your journey. I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to like the live stream.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and head out. I'm going to start recording your 2025 video. So that's another reason why I got this face on. So, nevertheless, take care, blessed be, namaste. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and record these monthly general readings. So, stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.